Welcome, everyone. We are gathered here today in the presence of this company to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and the beauty of love, and to share our best wishes in the union of William and Alyanna. They come together today to share their joy and their laughter, to include us in the experience that has been their love, and to claim their future together with open hearts. And we gather to share happiness with them and for them, and to support them in the life they will now live together forevermore. This is a day where we pay tribute to these two people, to rejoice in their families coming together, to honor their commitment and their friendship, and to reaffirm faith and love in every way that it is felt. In the spirit of welcome, our couple would like to especially mention their family members who have had to travel long distances to celebrate their union with them today. Who supports this couple coming together in marriage? We do. Please be seated. Now, weddings are an opportunity to celebrate life, a time to fondly remember things past, a time to fully appreciate the experiences that have brought us to a certain moment, and most importantly, an occasion to boldly begin something new. Ultimately, this is a most joyful day, but one that encourages reminiscence for those we have had the privilege of knowing, whom we've cared about and loved very deeply, but whom we have lost. As we ceremoniously celebrate love with a wedding, we are connecting by right with those among us, while remembering those we've had to let go to another place. Our couple has asked for a moment to welcome the memory of their loved ones who have passed. Although they are not physically with us today, they join our celebration in a gentle and genuine spirit, for this is an occasion they would surely never miss. Now let's just talk about love, the best part, and while we're here. For some lucky couples, the course of their relationship reveals itself quite naturally, predictably, and without too extraordinary an effort. Despite some minor issues of opportunity and timing, a couple's coming together is what many might describe as a fateful experience, the discovery of something meant to be. Two total strangers become acquainted through some encounter, a spark ignites, opportunities present then that would have our couple together. There is this gaining momentum where somehow and in some way, whatever needs to happen happens, and everything unfolds just the way that it should. Now, in a similarly effortless, yet slightly less conventional way, and with significant challenges to finding opportunities to actually be with one another, Will and Alyanna started on their journey together almost a decade ago when they met through their mutual interest in art. They lived about 3 hours apart. Will was in Western Massachusetts and Alyanna in New Hampshire, but that did not deter them from building the relationship that they could. In those days, there were many hours spent instant messaging about their interests, getting to know one another, and finding out that they had a lot in common. Art, comics, and playing video games were definitely in the top 3. They were young. Now, several months after their first introduction, Will and Alyanna moved into the next phase of their relationship, from online friendship to online and real-time courtship, and were then at the mercy of their wonderful parents and their willingness to drive them 3 hours each way to see one another. It wasn't ideal, as I'm sure they would tell you, as they still spent more time together electronically and virtually than they did in person. But the circumstances did not make establishing a real connection impossible. By the time Will graduated high school and decided on the course that his life would take next, which was college and not the armed services, he moved to Boston to attend Lesley College's Art Institute. It was a pretty easy decision. A 3-hour ride now became a 1-hour ride. Now, during Will's tenure at Lesley, and while Alyanna was finishing high school, her family played catch-up in coming to terms with the seriousness of our young couple's commitment. Okay, it was actually really only Alyanna's father who needed a little time to make the adjustments. So for the first year, Will was regarded mostly by her father's pet name for him, which was the internet boyfriend. However, in the following years, Will was invited then to go on family vacations with Alyanna, her father, and her brother Alex. But that was mainly out of necessity because when Will wasn't invited, Alyanna was miserable, and she texted him almost the entire time she was with her family anyway. But by year 5, it appeared that our couple had something that was quite lasting. So after Alyanna spent the first year at Bryant University here in Rhode Island, she moved off campus into an apartment, and Will quit his then job in New Hampshire. Their plan was to find Will a job closer so that they could finally live together. Alyanna's school friend, Ryan here, would be instrumental in making their plan a reality, helping him to get a job nearby in Smithfield, in North Smithfield. Now, in another couple of years, Alyanna's parents were introducing Will as their son-in-law. That same year, her father made a love calendar as a Christmas gift for our couple, highlighting their relationship month by month with pictures of their travels together. It was quite clear to everyone by then that Will and Alyanna were meant to be. So it would be January, just this past, and a fine month for a marriage proposal. Totally stress-free, too, if it weren't for the fact that Alyanna had her semester finals at school. But she was game when Will suggested one day a day out in Boston. They visited their favorite spot, the Mount Auburn Cemetery. No details required. As the sun began to set that day, they looked over the cityscape from a tower on the rise, and with no better timing to be had, Will asked Alyanna to spend the rest of her life with him. Pretty romantic, actually, for a guy who told me he wasn't usually romantic. And now, William and Alyanna stand before all of you today as their story does not come to an end, but instead enjoys its very happiest beginning. For today marks the first day of a new and most profound promise, one that will have them forever sharing in life's most remarkable adventure yet. Are you ready for your vows?
Yeah.
Okay. William and Alyanna, have you come together today freely and without reservations to commit yourselves each to the other in marriage? Please say, we have.
We have.
Since it is your intention to do so, please keep your hands joined together as you share your vows. Any more question? You just answer, I do. William, do you ask this woman to be your wife, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and protect her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her for all of the days of your life together?
I do.
And Alyanna, do you ask this man to be your husband, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and protect him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him for all of the days of your life together?
I do.
Just checking. William, repeat after me and address your bride. I, William, ask you, Alyanna,
I, William, ask you, Alyanna,
to be my wedded wife
to be my wedded wife
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer or poorer,
to love and to laugh,
to love and to laugh,
to learn and to share,
to learn and to share,
to appreciate and to know,
to appreciate and to know
forevermore.
forevermore.
Repeat after me and address well. I, Alyanna, ask you, William,
I, Alyanna, ask you, William,
to be my wedded husband
to be my wedded husband
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
to love and to laugh,
to love and to laugh,
to learn and to share,
to learn and to share,
to appreciate and to know,
to appreciate and to know,
forevermore.
forevermore.
All right, sit tight, Jones. Man, okay. Now, as our couple prepares to exchange their rings, they have asked that they be circulated among their family members and others standing by them, so that they may be forever reminded of their love and support. Each person who holds a ring will wish a personal blessing upon it and then pass it on to the next person. Once their rings have made their way around what I like to call their circle of support, they will be returned to them so that they may offer them each to the other as their gift and their promise. So love is not merely something that we feel. It is to be chosen, something to make a stand for, and something to lay claim to, and something that I hope will always surround you both. Your rings are a never-ending symbol of the unbroken circle of your love. Love given freely has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver. In wearing your rings today and always, may you be reminded of the vows that you have just spoken. Okay. Well, you're going to go first. Repeat after me as you put it on her finger. This ring is my gift for you,
This ring is my gift for you,
symbolizing my desire
symbolizing my desire
that you be my wife
that you be my wife
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
Please accept this ring
Please accept this ring
and wear it as a sign to the world
and wear it as a sign to the world
that you have chosen to be my wife.
that you have chosen to be my wife.
Same goes for you. Repeat after me. Yeah. It doesn't count unless it's on the right finger.
Yeah, I know, I'm doing it right.
This ring is my gift for you,
This ring is my gift for you,
symbolizing my desire
symbolizing my desire
that you be my husband
that you be my husband
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
All that I am, I give to you,
All that I am, I give to you,
and all that I have, I share with you.
and all that I have, I share with you.
Please accept this ring
Please accept this ring
and wear it as a sign to the world
and wear it as a sign to the world
that you have chosen to be my
that
husband.
you have chosen to be my husband.
Okay. I'd like to just share a poem with you all. It's called Love is More Thicker Than Forget by E.E. Cummings. Love is more thicker than forget, more thinner than recall, more seldom than a wave is wet, more frequent than to fail. It is most mad and moonly, and less it shall unbe than all the sea, which only is deeper than the sea. Love is less always than to win, less never than alive, less bigger than the least begin, less littler than forgive. It is most sane and sunly, and more it cannot die than all the sky, which is only higher than the sky. Will and Alyanna, as the two of you come into this marriage and as you look forward to your future together, I ask that you always remember to honor each other as special and unique individuals, that you remain sincere and respect the thoughts, ideas, and suggestions of one another. Indulge each other's hearts, be able to easily and freely give yourselves to one another, and live each day that you may share it together. As from this day forward, you will be each other's home, comfort, and refuge, your marriage continually strengthened by your deep love for one another. Yours is a commitment to be shared with great cheer, but not to be taken lightly. Give the highest priority to the kindness your marriage deserves, and appreciate the time you have great privilege to spend together. Take good care of each other and protect that friendship that I was so fortunate to see. And when commitment does turn to challenge, as we all know it will from time to time, remember this day, all the promise that it brings, and keep this very moment close to your hearts for all time. And so, for as much as the two of you have consented together in matrimony and have witnessed the same before this company of your family and your friends, by the power vested in me by the state of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations, I do pronounce you to be husband and wife. Will, you may kiss your bride.